Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's that time of again. So we are almost through the year, and we have the second to last installment for this year's series. And we can't waste any time. So, without further ado, let's get into the lost media that was found in November of 2025. First up, Super Kickoff NES port. Kickoff was a popular game from the late 80s to early 90s that was very popular and got ported to pretty much every console that was around at the time. And another version of the franchise, Super Kickoff event, did get ported to multiple different consoles. Except there was a planned NES version that was canceled and never released. However, thanks to the team that games that weren't, who I'm sure don't need to mention if you've seen the rest of some games that were found, they were able to get in contact with someone who was able to provide a build, and you can now basically play the game. The Ultimate Auction. The Ultimate Auction was an auction TV special that aired on Fox one time on December 7th, 2000, and never again. It was hosted by Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, and featured appearances from many Fox actors such as Gillian Anderson, James Cameron, and Robert Urich. There were apparently, when this was announced, some releases said it was planned to be a pilot for a potential TV series, though it was confirmed this was meant as just a one-off TV special. Some of the things that were available at this auction included a complete dinosaur skeleton, a rocking chair owned by former President John F. Kennedy, a private concert by NSYNC, just named a few. Oh, one more thing. A personal basketball game with the late Kobe Bryant. So, yeah, kind of an interesting variety if you think about it. After the special had aired, it was never given a home media release or ever given any rerun time. A few stills of Gillian Anderson reading "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" appeared on her website, and an intro for the special had aired was on YouTube. However, on November 3rd, a YouTube user named Lebensky uploaded the full special online and inside of a compilation of other TV programs. Good Trick. Good Trick was an animated short film that was made in 1984 directed by Cam McMillan. It involved a magician named Mr. Mysterio performing magic tricks and his bunny assistant basically screwing around with him. The short is actually most notable for featuring the first documented use of tracing computer animation for complicated computer shots, a technique that would later be used 2 years later by Disney in their 1986 film The Great Mouse Detective. Outside of a few screenings, not much was able. The full film was never able to be seen, and only a single cell was able to be found from it. However, on November 4th, a user named Daniel Video uploaded the full short to YouTube, stating that and revealed that he bought a VHS tape containing the short from a thrift store. Full Moon Oshakashite English dub. This was an anime adaptation of a 2002 manga series by Arina Tanemura and originally aired for 52 episodes from 2002 to 2003. In 2006, a North American release was licensed by Viz Media, commissioned by Ocean Productions. After releasing a few DVDs which contained the first 28 episodes, the DVD release was confirmed to be canceled by Viz, leaving some of the English dub episodes lost. However, early in April of this year, Blue Water was announced to have dubbed the entire series, and Anime Meigo revealed that the master tapes for the second half of the dub were recovered and were eventually released on Blu-ray on November 11th, and are now available to purchase. Juan Ponce and real political advertisements. Apologies if I just butchered that guy's last name. Now, this guy, who I probably won't pronounce again, was a Filipino politician who was nerved as the 21st president into the Senate from the Philippines from 2008 to 2013. During his election campaign in 2004, where he was running for senator under the Coalición, I can't pronounce that. For senator, he released 3 advertisements to help. One, they were labeled as 3 people, electric bill, and tax. After this election campaign was over, these became hard to come by and were not available until November 13th when YouTuber Dan Garcia uploaded them all to YouTube. Which, ironically, the same day he uploaded it was the same day Enreal passed away. So that's an interesting story. Viewpoint 2064 Final Build. This was a canceled sequel to the popular game Viewpoint, which was planned to be released for the Nintendo 64, pushed by Sammy Corporation. The game was shown off at Nintendo Space World 1999 and was teased throughout 2000, but the game never ended up seeing the light of day. It's never been revealed why, but many speculate that it's because it was becoming too late in the N64's lifespan for it to be successful. Some gameplay was available, but for a while, the game could not be played. This was until 2020 when an early build was uploaded online by an anonymous user reviewed by YouTuber Hard4Games and then April of the same year, a user was able to translate it to English. But on November 24th, the final build was dumped from a developer cartridge and uploaded to archive.org by user 8-Bit Bros. And later the same it was translated into English. So yeah, both of these versions can now be found. Lolly and the Pipsqueaks. Okay, I wasn't able to find much, but here was what I was able to make out from this. This was apparently an animated pilot created by Nickelodeon Digital, which is an animation studio, and was, from what I can tell, was planned for an animated series that ultimately never ended up becoming a thing. And for a while, only small corners and a few mentions of it online were able to be found. But the full pilot was able to be discovered by a user who discovered it through an unlisted YouTube video, which has apparently been on the site since 2016. So it just goes to show that you can never never expect where lost media is hiding. Oh no, not them. Oh no, not them was a planned American adaptation of the British sitcom The Young Ones, slated to air on Fox. The pilot was titled Armed and Stupid and was notable for featuring Nigel Planer, an actor who actually played a main character in the original Young Ones. He apparently hated working on it, and so the pilot was never picked up, and he was thankful for that. Though small mentions of it online can be found. A clip was available, but Nigel Planer himself uploaded a clip on his Instagram page stating that he would post the pilot to his Patreon. Surely enough, on November 26th, he would do just that, and if you're able to get onto his Patreon, you can watch it. We don't have an upload outside of it, but here's hoping we do one day. Black Sabbath on BBC Midlands, look here. I'm sure most of you know who Black Sabbath is, a popular heavy metal band that's most known for being fronted by the late Ozzy Osbourne. And if some people know, Dave Walker was actually a replacement for Ozzy, but has never shown up on any album of theirs. Though while Dave Walker was with the band, he ended up performing with them on the BBC Midlands program Look Here. For a while, no footage of this was available online, and only a few mentions of this could be noticed. However, on November 26th, a YouTuber known as Doom Metal Sludge uploaded the complete performance to YouTube. And you can now basically watch what it was like. London Underground. And finally, we talk about another piece of lost Eddsworld lost media. So London Underground was in an unfinished animation by Ed Gould and Thomas Ridgewell in June of 2005. It was apparently planned to be it was an animated music video set to the tune of the titular song by Amateur Transplants. It was initially teased by Tom in 2015 when he shared, and he revealed that it was canceled due to the London bombings, at the July 7th bombings in London. And since Gould had passed away in 2012, not much could else be seen of this animation. However, a rough cut of the animation was uploaded online It was eventually discovered that a rough cut of the animation dedicated in June of 2005 was uploaded to YouTube by a user known as Edvault, which I assume is a channel dedicated for serving rare Eddsworld lost media. And yeah, that's basically it. Sorry if this is still short, but yeah, that's the stuff that was found this month. One more month to go, and I'm sure we'll get some good finds in December. Until that happens, y'all stay safe, and hope y'all had a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye!